Friday. When Friday comes, thousands of federal workers who are watching us right now are expected to miss their first paycheck, and many may have to rely on getting some basic help for basic needs. WMAR 2 News' Jeff Hager has more tonight on plans underway already to help feed them if necessary. Jeff?
Jamie, those who live paycheck to paycheck may face some tough choices when there's no check, and the Maryland Food Bank's already planning for the worst-case scenario. Feeding the hungry is no small task here in Maryland. You need only look at this Maryland Food Bank warehouse in Halethorpe.
For the normal course of operation, there's 665,000 food insecure Marylanders. That's 1 out of every 9 Marylanders who aren't sure where the next nutritious meal is going to come from. To try to help combat that, we deploy a number of programs that allow us to distribute over 100,000 meals a day.
Within the last 24 hours, the United States Department of Agriculture announced there's money to fund SNAP benefits through February and reduced or free school lunches through March. But after that, there are no guarantees.
That's a particular strain on the organization. We certainly haven't budgeted for this event to occur, and means a heightened amount of food that we're going to have to try to put out. And so we're trying to figure out, how do we source that in a cost-effective way? How do we distribute it in a cost-effective way?
In the short term, the food bank also must prepare for federal workers seeking assistance feeding their families.
We talk about trade-offs all the time. People who have limited resources, they're constantly making trade-off decisions. Medicine, mortgage, transportation versus food. And the more food that we can distribute, relieve them of that burden, allows them to allocate more dollars to these other needs.
But the task of feeding the state's hungry is already daunting, and there's no guarantee the food bank can handle that additional load.
The magnitude of the problem is growing exponentially, and the reality is we do not have the physical resources, dollar-wise, access to food, however you want to describe it, to be able to truly fill that entire gap.
Now, the food bank says some of its corporate providers have offered to help out any way they can, even if it's just trying to help it stretch its dollars further if more people seek help in the weeks and months to come.